All right, so it's been a hot minute since we last convened, right? Roughly 2 months. It's been about 2 months, okay? And after the court case fiasco, because that was ridiculous, but whatever, we already went over that. I took that time as an opportunity to take a break from smoking. I really went into observation mode, right? Keeping my ears to the street, recollecting my thoughts, prioritizing my spiritual, mental, and emotional health and such. So that's what I did. But I'm glad to be back and chopping it up with the 1%. Everyone who has been standing with Shell, who has been rocking with me, just understanding why I'm here. Just get it. Just get it. Okay? Don't have to keep asking the same questions. Just get it. And I appreciate y'all. And let me say this also. I don't care if we end up as a group of 20, 15. Okay? I'm always quality over quantity. So let me throw that out there. Okay? Let me throw that out there. Because a lot of people wasn't ready for me. And I said that. And they proved it. And so anyway, a few of the 1% have been asking me if Shell was with I, or just pondering it. You know what I mean? Just questioning whether or not she was with I. Okay? And so let me say this real quick. From the information that I received, the answer is no. And I'm just relaying that to y'all. Okay? I haven't seen Shell personally. I haven't seen her in person. Okay, because y'all already know I've said this multiple times. Even though Shell's immediate family and I are not on good terms, I do know that she's not with App based on the information that I received. Okay, because I've been keeping my ears to the street, and this is coming from other relatives. Again, I have not seen her in person. Being transparent, as I always do. As I always do. Okay. Keeping my ears to the street, speaking to other relatives. And from what I gathered, from what was told to me, she is with her immediate family, working per the last update that her sister gave. Okay? And despite the court case not going in Shell's favor, at least she's in an environment where her chances of survival are greater than if she was with I. Y'all know that? Because we know that the psychos / psychotic hoes were waiting on the grand finale of her being unalived. So I'm glad that that's the information that I received, was that Shell was still with them, working per the last update that her sister gave. Okay? Just trying to live day to day. Day to day. Okay? And so as far as Op is concerned, Op is not outside. She never really was, though, right? She's never really been outside, but she's at her lowest this time. And when I say lowest, I mean creeping out of the crevices, only when necessary. Because the streets are saying that she's not making herself seen or heard, right? And if she's smart, she wouldn't. So right now, if Op has to come outside by herself, she's doing so in the dark, swiftly, like a roach, crawling to and from her destination like a roach. That's where Op is at right now, okay? And chicks try so hard to paint this narrative that Op was gag ordered to stay off the internet. Meanwhile, she on Instagram selling wigs. And shout out to Gabrielle Jackson for keeping her ear to the social media streets and sharing with me what Op has been doing online. So I really appreciate her for that. Right? So Op is online. She was never gag ordered. Okay? She is online. So yeah, go to my Facebook page. As soon as you get there, it's a pinned post. Op online. Installing lace front wigs or seller wigs or whatever. Again, shout out to Gabrielle Jackson, because she's the one that pointed me in that in that direction. So she's never been gag ordered. Ever. Okay? App is online. But see, the thing is, why a lot of people was upset and they was trying to run with the gag order narrative, because she's not, nor has she ever, nor will she will ever address me or anything that I said. Because she would be on kamikaze time if she did that. She know that. App is gag ordered by the justice system of Tiffany Masikah, aka Smoking on Queen App, and Supreme Real Time from Babies and Fools Network. Woo! Oh my God. Oh my God. Op is gag ordered. And look, that narrative, oh my God, that was so comical. Because people they couldn't digest the impact that I made on air. Okay? This is why I've never addressed my presence. Nor will she ever. This is why she's not flapping her dick suckers on the YouTube channel that she created. She can get on there right now. She not even on there and got what? Over 5,000 subscribers? Yeah. So people were pretending, channel holders and their subscribers. People were pretending that this wasn't happening right before their eyes. See, this speaks to the masses, the majority of people not dealing in truth, not dealing in reality, living in delusion, because an event will be right before their eyes. Something will be occurring. An event will occur right before their eyes. And because it's not in alignment with their false belief system, with their delusional back-asswards belief system, because of that, they'll pretend it's not happening. Even though it's happening right before their eyes. That is a perfect example. So people were pretending that this wasn't happening. And it was fascinating to watch, nonetheless. I mean, it was fascinating. I got a kick out of it. Man, I got a kick out of all the painting narratives, doctoring up fake receipts. Oh my God. Ooh, that was so fascinating to watch. I got a kick out of that. See, this is why there are hundreds, if not thousands, of books on human behavior, on psychology, self-help, and such, right? Because people are something else. People are something else. Listen, and I've been said this. Once I got on here, how long it's been? What, 8 months ago? Once I got on here 8 months ago, from that first video, it was game over for I. And a lot of people, they shut down. They started experiencing cognitive dissonance because this is somebody that they pedestalized. This is someone that they idolized, right? This was like their savior. She glamorized degeneracy. And she was able to draw all of these degenerates to her because of that. So when I came on here, it's like, who was this bitch? Who was this chick? Damn, I said I wasn't going to use any profanity. Scratch that. Who was this chick? Right? This is why I was getting the response that I was getting. And this is why people were hell-bent. I mean, working overtime to create a narrative that I was gag ordered because they didn't want to believe that I had the power and the influence and the intelligence and the I had the power to bust moves that I bust in real life. It was game over from the rip, off the rip, it was game over. When Shell made that update, when I was like, what, 11 months pregnant? It was one video with her and Danny in one of them hotels, whatever, and she said, "Oh, ain't nobody spinning a block." She was saying that because of the wave of Shell's update. It was a wave. Oh, the cousin. Oh, Shell exposed the cousin. All that got debunked and shut down. After that, it was crickets from this chick, from chick's Lord and Savior. It was crickets, cause she know better. I did that, and they know it. I made a difference. I changed the frequency in the room. I moved people, including Op's sister. That's another one that people are pretending didn't happen. Where Lala T channel at? Where Lala T channel at? This was your main chick. This is who supplied your so-called content. Because again, content creator, what I have observed over here is up for debate. Most of these channel holders that was gunning for me, that was painting narratives to shut me down, to shut me up, right? To paint narratives. They were relying on Lala T channel so they could do commentary. Where's she at? Where is Lala T channel, aka Op Sister? Where's she at? Yeah, yeah. I did what I do in real life, which is move people around, move people, places, and things around when necessary for the greater good of humanity. That's what I did. Pat on the back. Yes. Yes. Tooting my own horn. Yes. Because I know what I bring. I know what I give. I know what I'm worth. Yes. And I'm confident about it. And I'm unapologetic about it. Right? So it's not what people want to hear, but it's the truth. And the truth hurts. The truth stings. Okay? So yeah, so that's why Op is not on her YouTube channel, because she knows and understands that playing in my face or Shell face, flapping her dick suckers on YouTube, trying to rebrand herself, trying to recreate a new persona and redefine herself. She knows that if she do that, she's basically on a kamikaze mission. She knows that. And you know what? A lot of other people know that as well. So what I was hoping to do was detach herself from the attribute that she gave herself, which is Queen Op. It don't work like that, Op. It does not work like that. And see, she was hoping to do that because she knows that she thought that she was getting away with violating Shell. That's why she was hoping that she could just detach from that attribute, Queen Op, that she gave herself, right? But one thing about Op has common sense to know not to play with fire, okay? Unlike these chicks with channels, not content creators, channel holders, there's a difference. That had to find out the hard way, played with fire and got burnt. So her sister and her dad, speaking of her dad, why y'all think why did her dad go to Op's court case this time? Was he there in ATL when Op violated Shell down there? No. He went to this one because he know this time is different. Right? This one feels different. Before, he was up against Shell's sister and mine. Everybody know they sweet and negligent and in denial. This time was different. That's why Op and her sister's dad showed up at the court case. Because it's different this time. He feels it's an urgency. He feels an urgency when it comes to his daughter's life. But her sister and her dad have a debt to pay. And they are well aware of this. The other degenerate weirdos who were complicit in Shell's violations, They also racked up debt. But Op is the ringleader, and she made her sister and dad feel, comfortable and at ease with the violations, and then they all made money off of her. They have a debt to pay, every last one of them. Every last one of them. And then I want to read a comment from Laura of the Valley. Shout out to Laura of the Valley. Laura, I appreciate you so much. And I respect Laura's mind. I respect her thoughts, her written thoughts when she comments. Let me read this. This was from the video that I made entitled Where My Smoke Is At. Laura of the Valley said, also, I really pray you continue to make content, seeing how many people actually support Op and merely think of her as a mean girl. Let me go over that one more time. That's important. Seeing how many people actually support Op and merely think of her as a mean girl at most shows me that we don't have enough mental health advocacy in our community. That's very important, what Laura of the Valley said. Okay, because I witnessed that myself, and it did raise my eyebrow. All of these people, channel holders and subscribers alike, referring to Op as mean Op. That's kind of strange, and it's very telling. It's very telling on how people really feel about Op, right? How they perceive her. Calling her mean Op. Very telling. First of all, calling mean Op is basically calling her a mean girl. Okay? What is a mean girl? I can come up with a few examples. A mean girl spreads rumors, right? A mean girl gossips. A mean girl backstabs her friends. A mean girl makes remarks that are very biting and they sting, right? Op is not a mean girl. Okay, Op is a sociopath. Op has exhibited most, if not all, the signs and symptoms of sociopathy. I had to pause for a minute just to make sure that I was pronouncing it correctly. Op has exhibited most, if not all, of the signs and symptoms of sociopathy. Op is a sociopath. Okay? A sociopath is a far cry from a mean girl. A mean girl is a far cry from a sociopath. So that is very telling to hear women refer to Op as a mean girl after witnessing, commenting on the atrocities, the demeaning behavior and the abuse on Shell. That's not a mean girl. Op is a sociopath. There is a difference. That is very telling. And Laura of the Valley is correct. A lot of people lack the insight and understanding on mental illness. And I'll go as far as to say that they lack that understanding on mental health because they are mentally unwell. And listen, anybody that's over here with me as 1% that call her mean, this is not any shade, okay? We're all adults. If anything, take this as a learning opportunity, right? Because that was weird to me too, Laura. Mean Op. What do you mean, mean Op? What do you mean, mean Op? To call somebody mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that you dislike them. Okay? After what Op did to Shell, she's supposed to be shunned and ostracized from society. She's supposed to be shunned from other women. Okay? She's supposed to be viewed and marked as a danger to other women, especially women who are mentally challenged. So to call her mean, you're just negating who she is and the behavior that she's displayed. Okay? Mean, I mean, you could be friends with a chick that you call mean. But my daughter mean. My daughter was rolling her eyes at 3 weeks old. Real talk. Real talk. I remember one time her aunt was holding her and she had her sitting on her lap or something she said or something somebody said. And my daughter rolled her at 3 weeks old. She was holding her head up without support, rolling her eyes. Okay, and to this day, she has her personality. And she's very lovable, very friendly, but everyone has their ways. Okay, and she's, I don't want to go into that. She's a Leo sun, I might add. Anyway, she could be considered a mean girl. But there's a difference. Again, a mean girl is a far cry from a sociopath. And so, Laura the Valley, thank you so much for bringing that up. And when you made that comment, I had wanted to speak on that. I just made a note. I knew that after the court case fiasco that I was going to take a break. I knew that I would use that as, use that interval as an opportunity to take a break. But I made a note of that. And I was like, whoo, I said, Laura has a very keen perception and understanding, because when I would see channel holders and their subscribers talk about mean, it was very strange to me, because this chick, mean girl, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? There's women right now that I love and respect that could be considered mean girls because of their way of being, which is completely and utterly different from a sociopath, which is who I is. So thank you so much for bringing that up. Also, Laura, I did grab that book recommendation. I appreciate that so much. Laura recommended a book to me. It's entitled If You Tell by Greg Olson. And oh my God, the content is very heavy. I haven't read the whole book completely, but I am getting through it. This is one of those books that I have to digest in chunks, and I appreciate that so much. Also, shout out to A Bebe. A Bebe also sent me a book. A Bebe, the affirmations in that book have been life-changing. That is definitely in my my spiritual toolbox. Okay, I did tweak some of the affirmations. I personalized them so that it's more effective for me. But I just want to shout you out as well. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for riding with Shell, for riding with me. Like I said before, I don't care about the numbers. I just want people over here that get it. I will be back. Laura of the Valley says she hoped that I continue to create content, and I am going to do so. Absolutely. There's so much more that we need to talk about. All right. Y'all stay tuned. I'll be back.